Hello. Mesdames, Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, bienvenue à la grande finale de la division Homme Maître. Welcome to the Master Men Division Grand Final. Jouant en blanc, l'équipe de France. Playing in white, the French team. Nous avons le numéro 1, the number 1, Thomas de Tarabon. Le numéro 2, the number 2, Arnaud Lagabé. Le numéro 3, the number 3, Guillaume Géry. Le numéro 4, the number 4, Luc Orvet. Le numéro 5, the number 5, Thomas Berland. Le numéro 6, the number 6, Loïc Orvet. Le numéro 7, the number 7, Hervé Taurus. Le numéro 9, the number 9, Anthony Rocha. Le numéro 10, the number 10, Paul Barrault. Le numéro 11, the number 11, Yannick Ropars. Le numéro 13, the number 13, Nicolas Leguet. Le numéro 14, the number 14, Damien Chêne. Avec les coachs Frédéric Grelot et Jacques Brachet. Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national français. Please stand up for the French anthem.
Maintenant, jouant en noir, l'équipe d'Afrique du Sud, playing black, the South Africa team.
Number 1, Darren Hanna. Number 2, Dave Chapman. Number 3, Willem Zelstra. Number 4, Dirk Trump. Number 5, Nico van der Merwe. Number 6, Maurice Branquino. Number 7, Leon van der Merwe. Number 9, Emil Spies. Number 11, Brent Boslap. Number 14, Jack van Black. The coach of the team, Jaco Kruger.
Et maintenant, les arbitres pour ce match sont... Oh, excusez-moi. Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national sud-africaine. Please stand for the South African anthem. Et finalement, les arbitres pour ce match sont, the referees for this game are, de la Nouvelle-Zélande, from New Zealand, Anton Williams. Du Canada, from Canada, Véronique Séguin. De la Nouvelle-Zélande, from New Zealand, Chris Meek. Des Pays-Bas, from Netherlands, l'arbitre en chef, the chief referee, Koen Fischer.
Notez que la cérémonie de fermeture sera dans l'amphithéâtre des Jardins, de l'autre côté des gradins. Please note that the medal ceremony will be held at the Desjardins Amphitheatre, which is behind the pool and stands at 5:30 p.m.
Et maintenant, commençons! Let's play!
Well, good luck, everybody. Testing, test. Okay, all right, we're on here. Welcome to the Masters Men game, South Africa against France, the final. I've got Malcolm with me from Canada, South African by birth, and I've also got Daryl with me as well from the USA, also from Canada from birth.
A whole range of us here from countries all around the world.
That's correct. So we've got a great game on our hands here. Our top two in the pool, 1 versus 2, France versus South Africa. The boys have the national anthems. We're doing one last swim, one last warm-up. We're just getting warmed up here. Big shout out for the South African boys. Nice to have you all with us. We can see your posts, keep them coming throughout the game. Hey, George Watson, thanks for the shout out there, bud. Yeah, we're looking for an interesting game today. Going to be a tough one. In the round robin stages, the French had 1 over South Africa, 3-2. France, and that was the 3-minute countdown. So we'll be coming over to the game shortly. So, Errol, Conrad, what type of game are we going to be expecting here today?
It's going to be a very interesting game, Malcolm. I mean, these teams were solid right through the round robin. France, of course, we saw them playing against Team Canada in the in the semi-final match there. Very interesting game. Canada took them right to the wire. It was 1-1 going into the overtime. Fortunately, Canada did lose, but they settled for the bronze earlier today. France, of course, coming out on top, and now they're in the gold medal match. South Africa, again, really strong through their round robin as well. A lot of great back-and-forth hockey. This division has been so tight between all of these Masters teams, so I think we're in for a very interesting matchup today.
Indeed. I was just thinking when they were doing the national anthems, you know, it's not often that you get the opportunity to stand on the side of a swimming pool and have your national anthem sang for you, or singing it at least, and then getting in and playing a humdinger of a game. So I think we really are expecting a great turnout here on the field.
Yeah, it's one thing I was telling the ladies I've been coaching as well is, no matter what place you place at Worlds, really, it is such a privilege and an honor to represent your country, and just to get to this level and play hockey with some of the best players from around the world. There's no shame in whether you finish last or you finish first on
Absolutely.
top. It's a fantastic sport. So
Great camaraderie being shown throughout. Just walking around upstairs, the team's already trading the gear. There's some South African women walking around with the Spanish t-shirts on, so you can't really tell who's from which country now. It's really great.
yeah, the second part of the competition's already began. I guess that's the costume trading, as they say. So, and I know they've been going on in the stands all morning and this afternoon. I'm sure it's going to continue. So, we've got about 1 minute left before the game's going to start. So, again, welcome to our viewers from all around the world here in the chat room. Again, thank you so much for not just supporting your two country teams here, but supporting underwater hockey. You're going to see at the halftime there's going to be a little link that'll pop up. It's a donation page for allowing us to bring you these types of broadcasts of the World Championships. Please, if you have a couple minutes, donate $1, $2, $5, whatever you can afford. We appreciate it, so we can continue to bring you this type of fantastic championships.
So we're 20 seconds left. We're on the countdown. So two very different teams here. You're going to be looking at the South Africans trying to open it up, trying to string the play around. The French very direct in terms of play. They protect the puck to the wall and barge up there. A lot of strong, experienced players on both sides.
And the game's off.
All right, so the game is on. France getting to the puck first. Really nice drive right off the face-off. South Africa shuts that down and just tries to work them over to the outside.
Straight away, see South Africans trying to open them up. French managed to take it to the right wall. South Africa with a nice drive up the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think we'll find both these teams are going to be a little patient in the beginning, trying to feel each other out as they go through here. Nice swing play by France, of course. Coming across the pool now. That's a really good drive. South Africa is staying right with them. Good job by the South African defense.
Well done to Brent there for staying down there and keeping it, bringing it to Dirk. Dirk's looking for support.
There's been quite a big partnership there with Grant and Dirk playing the right side. We saw this in the semi-final. They're combining for a few very good goals. Dave checking with the swing and looking to open it up. Looks like Nick.
Jack.
Really good job now. The South Africans staying in. That's a really long downtime on that cut across and come back. Here's a good push now deep into France's zone, looking for the back pass. France having to retreat just slightly.
Okay. There. Lauren, is that better? Can you hear me now?
Good job by both teams here. South Africa on the push. France just trying to hold them up here in the corner, settle things down.
France doing a good job there of getting out of the corner.
Nice drop pass and trying to flick past the defender. South Africa, good job holding it.
Looking for the inside, that goes to Brent. Brent's taking it up the inside, looking for support coming on the inside, doing a 45 at the end. Give it to Willem Zelstra.
Oh, nice.
Numbers
nice
down there.
That right on the corner of the goal. That could be a goal. No, it's gloving. It's being waved off. So South Africa on the hard push, but they get denied.
Looks like Dirk Trump punched that in with his glove. So the goal has been called off, and we are going to have an advantage puck to the French. Good start by South Africa though. A lot of pressure. They'll be very happy with that. Speaking to some of the players before the game, I know a bit of nerves from some of the boys in the South African team. A few of them would be their first gold medal match at any level at a World's competition.
France looking like they're playing, I believe, a 3-3 formation here. Here's a good drive up the wall by France. South Africa doing a nice job holding that tight to the wall. And a referee signals a foul on the play. It's going to be against France for gloving.
Welcome relief there for South Africa. That was a good drive by France up the wall. A big, strong player. Yeah, it's tough to work.
Here comes the swing play from South Africa. A nice couple of flicks to drive that wide to the far wall.
They've got to be careful. Yeah, the French have got a few fast swimmers trying to cut that down.
That's right, they did well.
They do, and there's a call on the play. I believe we're going to see an illegal stop. Yes, that's correct. So it's going to be advantage puck again for South Africa, right near the sub boxes on the 2-meter line. So almost near center of the pool here, just shy of that. South Africa going to start with the puck, and here they go for another swing play across the pool again. They try to cut it back inside, and that gets intercepted by France driving down now.
Wanted to go for the swing play, but they look back to the left-hand side, and Dave got caught with the puck there. Those French forwards are really looking to cut it off and put a lot of pressure on South Africa. Now in the bottom corner of the pool and holding it in tight. Need to consolidate, hold with this pressure, and try to break out when it's ready.
Yeah, South Africa, not too stressed about the pressure on them right now. They're just cycling in the backs nicely on the defense. They're just going to wait to get things set up again. France trying to dig it in here on the corner of the goal. Can't quite get the puck over to it. One attacker still there.
You can see the play by the French, putting in that left forward right inside the 10, trying to take up that space and waiting for the puck to be knocked down the wall so he can put it in.
It's going to be obstruction against South Africa this time, and that will be a deadly advantage for France here on the 5-meter line, coming in from the 5 and 2 roughly. We'll see if France can take advantage of this or if South Africa will continue their strong defense here. There goes France looking for the flick in. They get the initial flick, but that gets shut down by South Africa. Oh, and a good push out here. We go on a break.
That's
Marius. Marius. Great swim, boy. Keep going.
Good swim up the middle of the pool. Nice catch by France, though. Had to really turn on the speed to catch up to the strong breakout by South Africa.
French are looking for the Jenkinson side. Just going to hold it, wait for his forwards to come back off that swim.
Good flick pass. Oh, a nice back pick there by number 1 for South Africa.
Darren looking for Emil on the left-hand side. Willem getting on the wall as well.
Another call on the play.
Against South Africa.
So a stick infringement called by referee Véronique Seguin from Canada. They'll set the line. And here we go.
It's really been exciting, this hockey so far.
It's been
back
good.
And forth.
Yeah, a lot of good back and forth. Some swing plays to try and open up the game. Some wall play really hard. It's been a very interesting match so far. Two evenly matched teams. Oh, there was a nice flick, but good interception by South Africa, and they're going to have to retreat back to their corner. Smartly doing so.
France have got numbers down on the ground there, which is working against South Africa, and they're doing good to consolidate that puck in the corner.
South Africa trying to contain France to the corner right now, doing a good job of that. They have a really nice cycle. But here's there's a nice flick through. Right on the corner of the right on the edge of the lip. Referee's calling for a rest timeout. I believe that's going to be a penalty shot and a foul potentially here against South Africa. Referees are discussing.
Veronique was on there.
Likely going to be a 2-minute penalty for obstruction.
So we saw there the French having a lot of patience on the corner.
Obstruction and also unsportsmanlike at the same time. So 2 minutes.
I wonder what the call is. We still haven't got the call here.
Well, illegal.
Yeah, it was obstruction, and she was saying it was not only that, it was unsportsmanlike in the method that he did it.
Advantage puck to the French, no penalty.
Yeah, no penalty shot. There's the signal for the penalty shot now. A little delayed. That's what I was waiting for to see if that was going to happen, because it happened right on the front of the goal.
Okay, so with Dave out the water, we've got Brent in as the defender, and he will be up against number 1, Tamar, and it looks like they just trying to see a number there.
So here's a penalty shot. France will take that, and a nice flick right through into the trough. France. Waiting for the confirmation, and that's a goal for France. So
that pressure paying off by France at the left-hand side. And Brent going up against 2 of his former Barbarian teammates there. I was going to say a bit earlier that some of the South African guys know these French players really well from traveling and touring through Europe. I remember in 2009 we played against Slovenia. we were in Slovenia for the World Championships there, and South Africa took on France, and half the team were in the final against the same French team. They're all masters now.
Yeah, no, some of these players have been playing for quite some time and years of experience, and now coming over onto the Masters, it's great. South Africa looks like they've taken their timeout after that goal. They're just going to talk a little bit and regroup a bit. That was a good hard play initially in that corner. Now they're just going to try and get refocused. The one thing I was going to say, somebody was asking in our YouTube chat there about a penalty goal. I think the referees applied the right call here rather than awarding straight away a penalty goal. The puck was not going straight into the net, so they weren't certain if that would have gone in the goal or not, and that's why we had penalty shot instead of a penalty goal. So a good call by the referees, allowing them to finish that properly.
Stephen Cars, welcome to the conversation there. Arnaud, thank you too.
All right, here we go off the face-off again. France continuing to apply the pressure, pushing South Africa back along the wall here. They're driving South Africa back towards their corner. Of course, South Africa with the 2-minute penalty right now, so they're going to try and take advantage of that at this time. South Africa just going to try and defend and wear down this penalty, get 6 back in the water, and try and get the drive started again.
Certainly, they're going to make sure that they keep that puck there in front of their sub-box and keep the rotation going.
Yeah, a great strategy for sure, Patrick. It's or Conrad, sorry, Patrick.
Oh, I think
it's been
Patrick's
one of those days,
chat.
I think. The chlorine is finally getting to me. There's a flick through by France.
Whoa, that was a good tap down.
Flicked up on the back wall. Sure. Still attacking, trying to push it in. Good stop on the tin. Can't quite. Oh, beautiful, beautiful save. And but there is a foul, of course, on the play.
That's against.
Thankfully, it's against France for obstruction.
Get out of jail free card there for South Africa.
Yeah, they're going to be very happy with that call for sure.
Okay, so there's 7 minutes left in this first half. Dave is about 20 seconds away from coming back in the water.
30 seconds left roughly in the penalty. Notice how South Africa, they're really drawing or I guess wasting that time to the last possible second to pick up the puck on the advantage. They want to run down that penalty as quick as they can. Yeah. And another foul on the play.
I think that's going to be against Dirk.
Yeah. Like that.
I was just a bit worried about that. Dirk has a tendency to use his free hand every now and again. Not the first time.
Played against him
not the first time you've seen that happen?
Not the first time I've seen that happen. And, right. But you could see the signaling by Willem to tell Dirk, take it to the corner, calm it down, slow down the play.
France coming in right in the front of the goal here, trying to create some chaos on the back line. They make the flick in, but nice job by South Africa on the initial stop. There's the player coming back in the water now. I believe South Africa is back at full strength, and they are.
Wow.
That's called by Antoine, the New Zealand referee there.
Illegal stop it. And stick for him.
South Africa have to be careful here. Quite a few penalties in their last third. The refs are not going to tolerate all these penalties over and over again, so they have to cut it out.
Whoa! Oh, that was a high flick right into that crowd, but it looked like he knocked it down with the stick. France are right on the goal, and it may have been pushed in. We'll wait for the signal by the referee. They're confirming. It does look like that was in legally, so that will be second goal for France.
Well done to France. Great pressure.
So France going up 2-0 in the first half. They've controlled the game, it seems, slowly as they've worked through this first half, a little bit more so than South Africa. Of course, South Africa taking those the penalty has given France that advantage. So we'll see if South Africa can rally here in the last 5 minutes. It's a lot of time left to play hockey.
I'm sure they can bolster themselves up and dig down deep and get a lot of courage up there. They're going to need it right now. Something's going to have to work for them somehow.
They just need to get a bit more tighter. They're a bit loose at the moment, and they get tighter in their game up, get numbers down. Right now the French have got more numbers on the bottom than the South Africans. So let's look and see if they change their formation. Yesterday when I was watching them in the semi-final, they had a 2-3-1 formation, and in the second half, being so close against the Great Britain team, they moved to a 3-3 to really open it up. To see what they're going to do 5 minutes left in this first half. Maybe not now, maybe in the second half. But they got to do something and get more numbers down. That's certainly going to help.
Yeah, that's I don't know if that's every coach's strategy. I know for our team, we did something similar in our plans for the World Championships. We came here with one primary formation, and partway through, things weren't working so well. We decided to switch to our backup formation, and it worked much better for us, and we stayed with that for the rest of the competition. So it's not doesn't always go as you planned it initially, but whatever gives the guys the most confidence and starts to give them that success, that's important. And a good coach will recognize that and try and push that through. So France took their timeout, so each team has had their timeout here in the first half. About 10 seconds left as the clock catches up here.
Just noticing the French formation, a very interesting one there. 3 in the front, 1 in the middle, 2 at the back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were playing a 3-3 or a 3-1-2. And it does look like they may be doing a 3-1-2.
Big tussle up the wall here. Darren getting
Just
in there.
hard work for Nico there up against the wall.
Big fight up the wall. Looks like a little bit of body blocking from the South African number 1. That's Darren. But he's still down, still fighting. Number 5 getting in.
He's not giving up. He's fighting hard.
That's probably going to be the obstruction call there now along the wall.
Yeah, there we go. It is. Yeah,
yeah, obstruction. There it is. That's a good call, Malcolm.
Darren,
that is unfortunate for South Africa. Down to 5 men again, putting themselves under a little bit of stress.
Yeah.
And that looks like they're also calling the penalty against that obstruction call too. So South Africa, unfortunately, down another player for 1 more minute penalty here in the first half.
I had a few goes against Darren on the wall in our interclubs and provincials back in South Africa in the day. He played for Border. And he's not a nice man
he's
to meet on the wall.
Tough customer, yeah.
Tough customer along the wall. It's like a freight train down the wall, it seems.
Absolutely, and South Africa got a few big boys like that. You've got Willem in the middle, also strong swimmer, real powerhouse. But again, South Africa have got to stop these penalties. Come a bit closer together, tighten it up, play some possession. They might be looking to go for a little bit of a war play just to get together, but then again, they've got to watch out for those penalties.
Yeah, well, some of them, this is probably their second hobby. They probably play rugby as their first hobby, so they're used to this type of size.
Well, they certainly met their match there. That France guy looks massive. He looks like a tank.
Yeah, France definitely, they have a few tall, strong fellows there for sure on their team. All right, they continue down the wall here. France trying to get the push through, but I believe that's going to be a stick or a glove against France. It is against France. Yeah, it was a stick infringement there against France.
That was Hervé driving up nicely up the left-hand wall. I actually spent a couple nights staying at his house in France and a few of our tours, so I know some of the French guys as well. Hervé and Anu, who I don't know what his number is. Let's have a look. Anu is number 2, and they also played for our local club back in Durban a few times, and we won a few championships with them in our team. So great bunch of guys. They all know each other very well. They know the South African guys very well.
South Africa, they're looking for some help. The defender was down. He's like, "Where's my forwards? I'm trying to get this through." All right.
And that's the story of the game so far. The French have been down, and the South
excellent
Africans have
work
not
by
been
France with the speed. That guy came right out of the sub box, and look at this. He's going to stay down forever.
Here comes France again. France making a big push now on the goal again. South Africa defending that, and there's another foul on the play. That's going to be luckily against France for a stick infringement. So South Africa will get the advantage puck on their 5-meter line.
That's Anton, the New Zealand ref there, calling that one up.
Good call as the France was hard on the press there. South Africa going to have to get some bodies down and start working in groups of 2 or 3 on the bottom to get some success against this France team.
That's Willem there pushing it up the middle.
Oh, that was a good push there. Really nice job. If you get the little flick past him,
yeah,
or a little pull under and shove through.
The overlap was there for them.
You can see Brent and Dirk working really hard the left-hand side again. They haven't had much opportunities.
Thomas taking that one.
He thought about doing the swing play there, but didn't do it in time and got cut off. Oh, nice stop there by number 11.
Well done, Brent.
Open it up. Open it up. Off you go.
He's looking for somebody. He's got nobody there with him. He's all alone with 3 France guys holding tight on him. Good stick handling here by the South African team.
Got to stay down.
Oh, good second and third effort, I would point out there by South Africa. Oh, here's a charge right on the goal line by France. They make the big flick, but
And another good save.
Wow.
Leon van der Merwe with the save.
beautiful save by South Africa. And a call, though, on the play. May have seen a illegal stoppage or obstruction. Okay. Thought there might have been a knockdown there, but it was obstruction.
Maybe he was playing advantage and letting it going. So the South Africans saved that one, so you bring it back for the advantage.
And that's going to be halftime. The clock is just a little late there. So that's the half. 2-0 France over South Africa. As I mentioned earlier, we have just on your screen here the GoFundMe Underwater Hockey World Championships link or the QRC code you can scan in. Please, we'd appreciate anything you might have, large or small donations to help us continue to bring these types of video quality events to you around the world whenever we have the World Championships and improving our sport, underwater hockey. So if you have a couple dollars, we'd appreciate any donations you may have.
Yeah, and that's dollars, George Watson, not rands, please. Dollars. Rands are not going to help us that much.
Well, it's been an interesting half. And it's right with the comments that we're getting here. Thank you very much for your commentary on the side. Appreciate that. You're right. It does seem like that. South Africa have got more men down on the ground than the South Africans.
French
have,
yes.
at least. Yeah, it's true. They've got about 3 people down continuously. South Africa trying to get numbers down there, not quite matching that. So it's been a very much one-way affair at the second half of the first half.
Absolutely, yeah. So the South Africans are trying to play their wide game, but with the French having the numbers down, they're just always in between them. There's no space for them to swim. They've got strong swimmers like Marius and Brent, but they need that space. But the French are always there. So we're seeing one by South Africans attacking. There's just no one there for them to pass to. They can't recycle the play, and the French are just really good at their counter-attack and always have the numbers down.
Yeah, the French, again, they got some really tall boys with a pretty long reach. So every time South Africa starts to break out, they're trying to judge the distance, and France getting that long extended arm in to block some of those shots and cutting off some of those beautiful plays where South Africa has the opportunity to open it up. Again, as Conrad mentioned, though, they've got to have some support. We've got to get them working, the forward and that back line working together in order to have some success in the second half. We still got 15 minutes left to play in the game, and this is for gold, and the boys are going to have to realize that very quickly.
Well, I'm sure they're quite aware that they're now playing for their country, and I'm sure that's what the coach would have been saying. Guys, it's not just about your resolve, it's also about the country behind you, and we do appreciate all the support. I'm quite certain that they are going to, there was a couple of guys and they're patting each other on the back and say, come on boys, we can do this.
Yeah. Let's have a look. So the France went into extra time against Canada yesterday. They played about 5 minutes of extra time, so 2 halves of 5 minutes extra time. South Africa didn't. They won in the game time that was allowed. So let's see how the fitness holds out. Yeah. I see Kevin Cook's commenting that the South African boys are fit and they're going to come back in. But I can assure you, if you've seen some of these French guys, they are looking in peak condition as well. So let's see what happens here. Yeah,
let's see if South Africa can rally right off the initial face-off here and try and get something going. An early goal would really set the tone for the second half. We'll see if they can rally and do that. France seems to get the better of them on the face-off. South Africa now taking control, trying to open the game up.
That's beautiful.
There's some nice numbers. Go, you got to kick your legs down.
Nice.
Keep swimming.
Nice little swing play. It looked like there might have been a little bit of a obstruction there by the French, but
nice hit.
No call by the referee, so they're going to let that play on. Nice drive here by South Africa. Now just fumbled the puck a little bit there as it got behind them, and France was able to take possession as a result. But there's the big boys along the wall again, as we mentioned earlier. And here's a nice breakout. Needs some help, though. We've got one attacker, one finally coming in from behind.
The forwards just don't seem to be down when the backs are making their run. They come in and they're driving nicely, but there's just no support.
Yeah, they got a great drive initially, but they've got to get that help in there.
Here come the French again. Numbers down, pushing Dave right-hand side.
Right, one-on-one out on the sidewall here. South African defense dropping in behind to shore that up. Good pressure still on the wall here. Now France coming in with 2. They drive down the wall again. There's a big flick out to the center, and they try to drive it in. Can't quite do it. Oh, nice pickup there by Dirk. Almost stripped it off.
No, that's gone. Yes?
Okay, and good defense by South Africa over there. I think Dirk just getting into the wrong position, trying to use the back of his stick. You always want to have the front of the stick coming forward. Right, call to be made against France. Legal stopping. South Africa will get a bit of reprieve over here. French player also be getting a warning. Number 9. Getting a warning for legal stopping, stick infringement. So South Africa will get a little bit of a break. Still a lot of time in the game. Have to get something going.
All right, so South Africa will get the puck. No penalties yet for France. We'll see if that continues through this half. South Africa just moving out to the wall corridor. France trying to stop them there. Puck flicks out. Oh, nice little chip through there by South Africa. France still picks that back up.
That was interesting.
You can just see they're hitting the puck straight back to the French. They're not having enough time to control it, and the puck is getting hit back through the mess, through the traffic. They did not have time on the puck, and the French are just dropping down, staying down as they are because they have the
that was a good pick there. France making the big flick through. Oh, that was a beautiful play by the French. They capitalized on that and made a big flick through, and a very easy pickup for the France forwards there.
It just seems like the battery's a little bit flat for the South Africans at the moment. You know, that was just no swimming. They're just getting their puck and not finning it.
Yeah, it seems that South Africa, you know, they've got some amazing shots and flicks, and they're relying on that flick to launch it a long ways away to buy them time. But they've got to have somebody there to pick up those shots.
That's right. They're not finding their man.
So France very happy with that goal as they go up 3-0 in the second half. It's been relatively one-sided for France so far. There's a nice big flick through the middle and a charge.
That was Dirk taking the swim off there, but French clear it just to the left-hand side.
There's a dump pass out, and France going to swing that across.
They really look like they are just in control of this game. Doesn't look like they're panicking.
Good read.
To one. You see the layover from the 5. He laid it off, and he stayed down. And back inside to the same player. Good 2-on-1 there.
Good job by South Africa, though. Finally, the defender stayed down for that second and third effort. France going to just hold them there in the corner for a moment, and a call on the play. That's going to be against France. Stick infringement. There's been a few stick infringements for France. Now we'll see if that eventually turns into a team warning.
So far, it looks like the referees have been controlling the game nicely.
Yeah, I think they've had really good flow with the game so far. Calls have been very reasonable. They've pretty much let them play.
Without a doubt, it's been a great game.
So I was waiting for this to happen. So I've noticed now they've moved Brent into 3. They need to get some creativity going. Williams dropped into the back position. So they're hoping that Brent can obviously create some damage.
Oh, that was just an easy flick through there. And nice job by South Africa picking that up and making a charge. Oh, that hit him right in the chest squarely. That's going to be a 2-minute penalty, I'm sure, minimum for unsportsmanlike. They're just going to check here, I believe, on the player, make sure he's okay. It's definitely a 2-minute. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a 5-minute, actually, as he turned and looked at him and pretty much made the flick right at him.
Yeah, it was intentional by the looks of it.
I think that's what they're trying to determine, 2 or 5 right now, but it should definitely be a unsportsmanlike penalty.
Looks like they've agreed
2 minutes. Yeah.
It's number 2.
So number 2 for 2 minutes for France. So the referee deemed that probably wasn't as serious as it may have looked initially. But they're definitely the right call.
Well, this is an opportunity for South Africa to come back at France. Let's see what they do.
Good opportunity for South Africa. 6-on-5 now, their first opportunity.
And again, numbers down by France. Willems dropped back into the 6th position. And
now they're looking for that flick across. It's a great setup there. They just didn't have the other guy down
and the
to complete the swing.
France is reading it.
French were reading it, and they were down, and they got numbers down again. Nice work. South Africa have changed the game.
Oh, no.
Looks like they're doing upside down team.
They're doing a lot of that. It's a big flicks.
Oh, nice little dummy there to try and pull him in. Good job, South Africa, trying to hold them. France with those long arms getting in there to counter that attack. South Africa still on the push.
We'd like to see some swimming here. You know, the guys are not putting speed on that, and they're just flicking it ahead instead of swimming it on the stick.
Yeah, you notice how they're flicking that puck, and they're not always chasing that flick. They've got to go after that when they make that. you can usually get a 2-on-1 when you do those situations, but
Yeah, in a situation like that, just the flick and chase.
oh,
would
he
work
tried to
perfectly.
do the little pick off and he missed the pick. That would have been a great play, but
So dangerous.
France is doing a really nice job of that drive all the way back in South Africa's zone. That's going to be a foul against South Africa, a stick infringement. They got very lucky. There wasn't a foul penalty called on that.
Mario's trying to be just a bit cute there
Yeah.
instead of taking their head on. Really dangerous tackle, and that half of the that half of the
I think the reason why there wasn't a penalty goal there was 2-on-1, so it would have. There's a possibility that it might have been rescued.
Yes. All right, here we go again. France now adding the pressure in front of South Africa's net. Oh, that's going to be a stick
Yeah.
infringement there. Yep, that's going to be a stick infringement.
You can't even do that to your own stick.
The puck was stuck between the two sticks, and the South African came in from behind to pop it through, just stick on stick.
Even though it was his own player,
Yep.
it's still an infringement. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call by the referee as they set that up. Looks like France is about to get their player back in the water as well. The puck about 6 meters out from the goal here.
Yeah.
France doing very well with 5 men down, managed to put the pressure on South Africa.
I was going to say, playing with a man down, it certainly didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Come
All
on,
right,
Brento.
and we'll see the extra France player coming in momentarily from the back here. There he is.
Oh,
That was a
Just
glove
came in out of the
He's
box.
throwing the kitchen sink at it there.
Yeah. Number 2 here, he's nice and fresh now after having that 2-minute rest in the box.
And he'll want to make amends as well.
Yeah.
And France is not going to hurry this play up. They don't mind the puck being in the corner. They're up 3 goals. It's all South Africa have to do all the
Oh,
work.
nice little push out there.
Swim, Darren. Come on.
Again,
Nobody there to help him out.
another breakup from the South African and 3
Oh, another
wide
big
stick.
push here. Oh, a nice flick by France. They're going to have to swing all the way across
Go
to
to
get
the
it out of the
sub box.
goal. And here comes that caught him. It looked like in the arm as well on the flick back. Yeah, he's okay. Stick
lazy
infringement
flick, that's
on number
what it was.
9, France. So South Africa gets the advantage puck.
Yeah, number 9 was warned earlier for that infringement, so now he's been sent to the bin. It's been 1 minute. South Africa have got to do something now. Less than 7 minutes left in the game. They're 3 goals down.
Yeah. 6.5 minutes roughly left in the game. South Africa has to do something now. They can't wait any longer with 3 goals up right now for France and having the man advantage now. This is the opportunity they've been waiting for, but they have to use it. So South Africa holding the wall, trying to get it past that strong France defense. Trying to pick the puck off. Can't quite get it, and another foul called on the surface by the referee. That's going to be against South Africa.
Number
5.
Number 4?
Is it? Okay, number 4, yeah.
Yeah, Dirk Trump. Not a surprise.
And Dirk's going to the box, it looks like, for a penalty. So it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey and a little more space now opening up in the pool. And that was for 2 minutes, and France is going to have a 6-on-5 advantage shortly for a good part of that 2 minutes. So we'll see the France player, Thomas de Trebon, coming in from the left side of your screen there.
Carol, you told me that you don't speak French. You pronounce that perfectly.
Well, I try not to do too badly, but my French is very limited.
Yep. So again, we're looking at South Africa trying to make something happen. I think Dirk obviously a bit over anxious there, trying to make something out of nothing, and that's why he got thrown out. South Africa have just got to play together as a team. We're just not seeing them with numbers down on the bottom.
So 6-on-5 now for South Africa.
Go Marius.
Sorry, for France.
These French swimmers are so fast, you know, they're going to cut that down, and it just proves them that even our swing, they're anticipating that, and they're getting there, getting their numbers down.
Yeah, they read the play really well, Conrad. I mean, every time there's been a swing play, they've seen that first pass, and they're on the sprint right away to cut that off. It's really cut down South Africa's ability to open the play up. And you see them here. Look, 1, 2, 3 down, and a 4th one down on the corner of the goal. Like they have the numbers down.
South Africa's got 1 down at the moment.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's another signal on the play. That's going to be a glove, I think, on the back wall. Yep, it was a glove. It was against France.
Well, it's relief there for South Africa.
France are going to be happy with this because they just down on South Africans' end. They're not under much pressure. South Africa's still a man down. 5 minutes to go until they are going to be world champions in the Masters division. They just need to hold on for it.
All right, here we go. South Africa on a good sprint coming out of that advantage puck, trying to make something happen here. Here they go. Now they're kicking and swimming finally. Oh, that was a good poke by the French defense.
Brent going to pull off the
Here he goes now. He got slowed up a little bit on that drive by the French defender, but really nice dummy. Really good play there. Looking for that opening. See, they're cutting that play off right away. As soon as he curled, they jumped right at that.
Dave has just not been at his best today. He just can't seem to find a rhythm with his backs.
That was a beautiful drive by South Africa right down into their end, and just one little mistake. And that seems to be what all these world teams are about. They capitalize on the mistakes, and that's what's winning the games.
Now we need to swim. Now we need to swim.
Nice little dummy, but right into numbers. 3 more France.
Numbers.
4 France players.
Here they go. Here they go.
Oh, that looked like a pop-up into the chest there. But it was a stick infringement they had seen first, so they're just going to call that. It could have been a deflection as it popped up. It was in really tight. And I think we're going to have a timeout called here by France.
Good. I'm just watching some of the commentary here. Yes, George, absolutely. The French are really reading South Africans play. There's nothing special, even though they're trying to work it up. But again, no matter what game plan you have, you can't put it into effect if you don't have the numbers down on the bottom.
Well, the good thing is that these World Championships, all these videos are live right now, but they're going to be online for people to go back and look at later on, those who couldn't tune in live, but also for the teams to study, like, you know, where did we succeed, where did we go wrong, and how can we improve for future Worlds? And
well, certainly in coaching, I'm going to use these videos as well, because this is great display material that you can use. A 3-meter hockey game really changes it, because you can actually do a good analysis on this. And you can see where things are going wrong. For example, the numbers. Having numbers down, circulating the players in that. I'm definitely going to make use of this material. Fantastic.
For sure. It's been a... Well, Malcolm, you played here in the pool. It's been a fabulous pool to play in.
The nice, fast bottom. Really enjoy playing here. The 3-meter pool, obviously lots of space as well. And I was going to say, yes, on the video analysis, we used it as a team every night, going back, looking at the other countries, how they're playing, and it really helped. So it's nice to be able to analyze, you know, the game is improving, and these guys here who have done the videoing and this whole YouTube streaming thing.
Once again, the French are down there.
They've done an amazing job.
Yeah, every time, right? France 2 and 3 on the bottom at least, every time to 1, maybe 2 South African attackers. That's been the story of the match. 2.5 minutes to go. We will be coming into stop time, the last 2 minutes of the game here, for any fault that happens. And that was a stick infringement against France. So South Africa getting a really good opportunity here on the 5-meter line. This is where they really need to take advantage. If they can get this 3-1, and then they may have a couple of quick pushes here.
That buffer seems a little bit big at the moment. You know, I think France is going to be comfortable with just driving this out.
Looking for some opportunities here, and another foul on the play there. It's going to be against France, a legal stop.
Look at the South African setup. They're going to have 3 guys going down the front, almost like an umbrella setup. So you go for them in the middle. He's going to be facing Dave.
If South Africa gets one in here now, they'll quickly call a timeout likely.
See, that flick is being picked up every time. They're going to have to change that, because it's not working for South Africa.
It's also about swimming and closing that space.
That's right.
Swim closer, close that space, draw their man on, then make the flick. They flick it too early.
Yeah, for sure.
These guys are way too skilled. They're going to trap every puck that you flick at them from that distance.
Yeah, France doing a good job now. They've pretty much controlled most of the game. The first few minutes of the game, it was very even. It was really nice hockey going on, but France have figured out the strategy, and now they're in the final minute and a half here, and they're just going to work on winding the clock down here, as it looks certain now France will take this game 3-0.
Well, it's just been amazing watching this team come up to this level, you know. South Africa definitely evolved through this whole competition, and they're playing hard.
Well, and South Africa had a fantastic team on home soil at the last Worlds, and I played against them, and I remember some of these hard hits, so I'm rather happy to be sitting here right now commenting on them. But
and I was speaking to Dave, the captain, yesterday, and just asking him how he felt about going into the final. And he said, like, it's so hard to know what you're up against because all the teams play differently, and you have a few easy games, and you don't actually have a hard game until you play one of the top teams, and then they test you. So they knew that they were going to have a hard game. So Brento's been thrown out here.
He's put everything down there. I think he was just trying desperately to make that work, and it didn't work for him.
A little bit too little, too late, and he was just trying to force the game and got sent out. And that'll be his game.
It's been called up a lot now as the teams are getting desperate and tiredness is setting in.
Yeah, you can see that happening. A lot more fouls being called now, and of course the penalties started to come through. South Africa just going to try and hold France off at this point here now. They're going to make one last drive here, I think. Oh, that's a deflection.
Yeah.
And should not be called, and the referees do not call that. They could have stopped the play to make sure the player was all right, but they let it play on. That was a good...
So France are just going to take their time, play it in the corner. They've got 30 seconds left on the game now, and no need to rush it. Looks like they will be world champions of the Masters division.
Yeah, and you're going to see them just play a little bit of loose hockey here in the corner. They know the time is almost over. South Africa will just try and defend, if anything. Oh, almost got a flick through there for one more goal. South Africa going to try to work things out on one last sprint here. Oh, nice little try there. France getting back again really quickly.
They really have read this game well, you know.
They have. Yeah. And again, every time South Africa
somebody's
gets that
on it,
puck, somebody's right on them. So, and that looks like that's going to be the game.
Congratulations to France.
So France now,
huge celebration.
2 medals. The Masters women earlier today taking the gold, and now again the Masters men taking the gold here in this very wonderful match for them. Great game by France for sure. South Africa put all their heart into it, I'm sure, in this game, but just not enough for the France defense at the end of the day.
You know, Daryl, I think if you had to go to the South Africans and ask them in the beginning of this conference or before they left the South African soil, I'll give you a silver medal, would you take it? They would have said without a doubt. I don't think they had any expectations of getting to this level through this round robin stage and even to here. And like I said, they've just evolved through this game, through this competition. They've really, really cemented well. They've played well together. You've got, you know, the level of hockey that these guys play is amazing. It's just so wonderful to watch.
It is.
And it's just great to see people grow and develop.
It is. And you know, the silver is nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it's painful, especially when you know you have that opportunity, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. And it might hurt a little bit right now, but they're going to be so proud to be on that podium later on receiving those medals.
Without a doubt.
And congratulations, though, to both teams for sure for an epic match here. France, of course, like I mentioned, did have the strategy and very well offensively and defensively for sure. So stay tuned here. We've got a lot more matches coming up still here for the gold and silvers. We just finished off the Masters men. We've got the women's elite coming up next. That's going to be at 3 o'clock local time here. That'll be New Zealand versus Great Britain. And then our final premier match of the tournament will be the gold and silver elite men match between France once again and New Zealand. So France going for 3 out of the 4 titles here.
Absolutely.
And we just seen a comment here saying that the French are obviously doing something right. Last year, first under 19 World Championships, second under 23 men, and now 3 teams in the final today.
For sure. They've obviously put in the time and the effort to train as they have, and the results have shown it. So,
well, stay tuned, folks, for the post-match interviews. So we look forward to getting the captain and the coach for South Africa to listen and hear what they thought of the game and thought of the competition. So please stay tuned for that. Malcolm, just a final word from you.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament. I've really enjoyed it. It's been awesome being able to commentate and see everyone, see all my South African friends again, see all my friends from around the world. I think we're all looking forward to getting together tonight and having a few waters and just having a bit of a dance. But it's been a great tournament. looking forward to seeing all the guys again in a couple of years' time.
Daryl, it's been an honor having you with us on the bench as well. Thank you for your professionalism and your great commentary. We really appreciate that.
No problem, Pat. Conrad, it's been great catching up with you. Malcolm, it was great seeing you play, and again, catching up with you here in the booth. Stay tuned, folks, for more live hockey. We're going to try and get the interviews shortly here from both teams, and we'll be right back with more live hockey from the 2018 World Championships here in Quebec City, Canada. Thanks for tuning in.
All the best, and God bless. Well, welcome to the post-match interview here with South Africa. I've got the coach of the South African team, it's Jaco Kruger, and I've got Nico with me as well, a player from the team. It's been a hard fight that you've just been witnessing. I don't want to necessarily talk about this game. I want to talk about how you've done as a team, because I really think that if we had left South Africa and I said to you, you're going to have a game in the finals, I think you would have taken it. And I'm sure that if you walked away with the medal, you would have taken it as well. So the fact that you've come without expectations and reached the finals here in an epic match is something to be amazingly proud of. And I just want to congratulate you as the coach of the team, as the player of the team. Well done. But if you want to just take me through how it's been, this journey, and just a short introduction to the South Africans back home, we really would appreciate that.
Thanks, Conrad. Thank you very much to all the fans and back home, and fans in the stands here, and team. Team's been amazing. We came together, a group of individuals, 9 months ago, and managed to grow them into a proper team, a band of brothers. They fought for each other all the way through the tournament. We've only lost 2 matches, unfortunately both to France. But what a team. It's the best team I've ever seen as a tight unit. And I think their hearts must be broken. They've given it all. Yeah.
Without a doubt. It's not an easy one to swallow. This pill is hard to swallow, without a doubt. I still believe, though, that your team did amazing. I mean, it was incredible watching you guys. It really was. And I mean, the hockey has been fantastic. It really has been. And we have watchers. I was saying to everyone on stream, I'm going to use this material because you guys showed us how to play hockey. It's been a fantastic, fantastic display. Nico, just take us through. That was a hard battle. I mean, they fought the wall. You guys pushed it out in the wide. They were cutting you off. They got the numbers down there. It was a tough battle. Just a quick summary. How did that go for you guys?
Yeah, we didn't manage to get our game going. They physically outplayed us. They were more on the bottom than us. And we just couldn't get our game going. So yes, it was a hard fight on the walls. Even in the middle bath, we fought them everywhere. But we were just outnumbered today. But this gives us a lot to work on and come back in 2 years' time.
That's the right resolve. We're certainly going to be back. Just from the commentary side, it's been awesome watching you guys. It's been great being involved with your team. It's been great to have all the support back from home. The last word, as always, we want to say thank you to our support. Just a quick word from you, Jaco.
Yeah, for me, it's been personally an exceptional journey, never having coached anywhere near this level before. And the people back home have carried me, and through me have carried my teammates. We've fought hard battles at home during the run-up to Worlds. We've overcome them, and through controversy, we've just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And the guys really just got it together and played beautiful hockey. We've been complimented by many referees saying they loved refereeing our games. The guys have always been sticking together. It's just been amazing to be their coach, and I'm going to go home with good memories.
Great stuff. And then also final word from the team, just if you want to say, speak from the team side, just back home.
Well, from my side, I think definitely Jaco. He's a very controversial coach. We still don't know what strategy we're playing. But I think it's wonderful. It's the first time in many years that a South African team gets in the top 5, never mind in the medals. So from the team side, Jaco, thank you very much. Really greatly appreciated. And of course, our fans at home. That's the most important. That's the people we go home to.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Team South Africa. Thank you very much for your performance.
Thanks,
you guys have been absolutely stunning. We love you, and we just wish you the best for the future. So congratulations and well done on your silver medal. Stand proud, stand tall when you get it.
My last word, Conrad, thank you for your support and you commentating on all our matches and staying up late and waiting here for us to play and give our fans back home some sense of what the game's about. You've done a brilliant job yourself. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, guys. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Alors bonjour tout le monde, je suis avec le coach Fred, le coach de l'équipe masculine française, homme maître. Alors bonjour Fred, comment tu te sens après cette victoire-là?
Je suis super content pour tous les joueurs et pour moi aussi parce qu'on a fait beaucoup d'efforts, beaucoup de sacrifices, on s'était vachement bien préparé, on a vachement travaillé même pendant le championnat du monde. Et là, on a réussi à gagner en jouant ce qu'on avait mis en place et c'est super quoi.
OK. Vraiment merci beaucoup Fred. Je suis désolé, on va voir qu'on coupe l'entrevue parce qu'on s'est fait prendre par le temps l'autre entrevue plutôt qui a été trop longue, plus longue que prévu. Alors vraiment bravo pour votre victoire puis je vous souhaite de vous revoir aux prochains mondiaux.
Moi, des interviews comme ça, je veux bien en refaire quand c'est court.
Aïe, merde, Grande-Bretagne, c'est Grande-Bretagne puis Nouvelle-Zélande.